Thank you for taking time to learn more information about the benefits available from Prepaid Legal Services Incorporated. Today, there are over 1.5 million families taking advantage of the Life Events Legal Plan and the Identity Theft Shield available from Prepaid Legal. Over the next few minutes, you will see why your employer has chosen to make these powerful benefits available to you, and why thousands of families every week choose to enroll in these plans. Group legal plans are certainly one of the most popular employee benefits today because they can be useful in so many situations. Whether you're thinking about preparing a will, dealing with a property dispute, signing a contract, fighting a traffic ticket, or any number of other legal situations, a group legal plan can help you find resolution and relief. One thing is crystal clear. In our society, Americans need the advice and assistance of an attorney more today than ever before. Just take a look at the following statistics. Every year in America, there are roughly 40 million hospitalizations. At the same time, there are over 90 million court filings, which simply means that you are more than twice as likely to end up in court than you are to be hospitalized. In fact, while the United States has barely 7% of the world's population, we have 94% of the world's lawyers. And finally, even law-abiding Americans will encounter a potential legal situation an average of 4 to 6 times per year. It's no secret. America is by far the most litigious society in the world. And the problem isn't that there are so many legal situations happening. The problem is that when you do have a legal bump in the road, what will you have to pay an attorney to handle your issue? The average cost of an attorney nationwide is over $200 an hour. When using an attorney as a financial decision, there is a problem. That's why we say in America, you are innocent until proven broke. That is exactly why thousands of families every week choose to participate in this prepaid legal benefit, what many have called the best value in America. What exactly is covered under a prepaid legal plan? First of all, we cover preventive legal services, like telephone consultation on an unlimited number of legal matters. Imagine whenever you or a member of your family has a legal question, being able to pick up the phone and call your attorney without having to worry about how much this call is going to cost. Ask questions about any legal matter you may have, whether it's personal or business related. This benefit allows you to find out what your rights are, because if you don't know your rights, you don't have any. Another feature provided by this benefit is letters and phone calls made on your behalf. Remember the last time you were treated unfairly? Whether it was being overcharged by a mechanic, or maybe you bought something that turned out to be defective and the store wouldn't take it back. You may have argued your case thoroughly, but how great would it have been to have a larger impact? That is exactly what a letter or a phone call from your attorney provides. Extra legal muscle. Now you can say in the future, "You'll be hearing from my attorney," and mean it. Imagine being able to have an attorney review your documents and contracts up to 10 pages to make sure that they are in your best interest and not just the other parties. The result? Less regret, better decisions, and peace of mind for you and your family. One of the most important benefits offered through a prepaid legal plan is a comprehensive will. Two things are sure. Number one, everyone will need a will at some point. And number two, we probably don't know when that point will be. A will provides important protection for your hard-earned assets. It also provides protection for your family. Think about it. If you were to pass away today, who would raise your children? Without a will, how could you ever be sure that your wishes were fulfilled? Why is it that over 70% of Americans don't have a will? Because they put it off until it's too late, or because they don't want to spend the hundreds of dollars it would take to have one drawn up. Now, Prepaid Legal makes it easy. With your prepaid legal plan, you can have an attorney write your last will and testament, your living will, and a durable power of attorney. Better yet, you can have all this done as soon as your first month as a member. Your plan even provides free updates once a year to your will. Another huge benefit of your prepaid legal plan is motor vehicle legal coverage. This area even includes assistance with moving traffic violations. When you receive a moving traffic violation, your provider law firm will provide you a defense. Having an attorney on your side who knows your rights can be very helpful in keeping a speeding ticket off of your record. This is great if you have teenage drivers or a spouse who drives like a teenager. There are other great advantages of owning a prepaid legal plan, such as trial defense services for actual lawsuit coverage, IRS audit legal services should you ever receive that dreaded letter from the IRS informing you that you have been named in an audit, and in some cases of emergency, you will even have access to your law firm 24 hours a day. Our members even receive a discount of at least 25% on any other legal service they need, giving tremendous savings on legal issues such as divorce, bankruptcy, or DUIs. Your membership doesn't only give you access to some of the best law firms across America, it also provides important coverage against the fastest growing crime in America, identity theft. The Identity Theft Shield is an amazing program and an integral part of your benefit. It's no secret, identity theft has become an overwhelming threat to American families. Each year there are over 10 million victims of this terrible crime. That's over 27,000 victims a day. Just take a look at the following statistics. The FTC recently reported that identity theft is the #1 complaint by Americans for the 11th straight year. And 1 in every 10 U.S. consumers has already been victimized by identity theft. In fact, according to the Secret Service, the revenues from trafficking financial information has now surpassed that of drug trafficking. In other words, there's more money in stealing someone's identity than there is in selling drugs. It's no wonder then why this crime is growing so fast. Most of us, when we think of identity theft, think of the financial aspects, such as credit cards, bank accounts, our credit score, and so on. However, to fully appreciate your new benefit, the Identity Theft Shield, it's important to understand that identity theft is not only a financial crime. Today, there are actually 5 common types of identity theft. The first is driver's license identity theft, where a thief obtains a fake driver's license with your information and their picture. This can be used for all sorts of things, including driving drunk in your name or opening an account pretending to be you. This leads to the second common type of identity theft, which is criminal identity theft, where a thief actually commits a crime in your name. This has become one of the most common types of identity theft, with over 50% of overall victims reporting that they have warrants issued for their arrest. Imagine being pulled over during a routine traffic stop and being brought to jail for a crime you don't know anything about. The third type is Social Security identity theft, which is when thieves use your Social Security number to do many things in your name, including seeking employment. MSNBC recently reported that a Chicago woman applied for a job at a local Target store and was denied. The reason? She already worked there, or rather her Social Security number already worked there. Follow-up investigation revealed the same Social Security number being used to obtain work at 37 other employers. More and more people are falling victim to medical identity theft, where someone uses your information to get medical treatment or even insurance in your name, oftentimes leaving you with the huge medical bills that follow. And finally, financial identity theft occurs when a thief uses your information for financial gain. It's less and less common that a thief would steal your current credit card or bank account, but rather they will open up a new line of credit in your name. Think about if that happened to you. It would take months or even years before you would find out about it, leaving the thief plenty of time to escape. This is why less than 5% of identity thieves are ever caught, leaving 95% on the streets to commit the crime again and again. The good news? There is help available. We are proud to offer the Identity Theft Shield, which is the only service that covers all 5 types of identity theft. This is why many have called the Identity Theft Shield the best coverage available today. The Identity Theft Shield provides 3 areas of coverage. We begin by giving you a full credit report, including your credit score. This will allow you to determine if you've been a victim in the past and to see where you stand today. We also provide continuous credit monitoring, meaning that we watch your credit report daily so you don't have to. Any suspicious information, such as a new account being opened or a change of address, will be reported to you immediately. Identity theft has been called financial cancer, in that the sooner you find out about it, the more you can do to stop the problem. Many other plans stop here, simply alerting you when you've become a victim. But the Identity Theft Shield goes one step farther. The third feet 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 farther, 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 the third feet farther.